and welcome back to Allotment Life. Thank you for joining me for another vlog. Today on the plot we're going to check the sweet corn, see if it's ready and then harvest it. At the end of the video I'll be putting in my wildlife camera footage as usual. So if you're interested in seeing what wildlife get up to at the allotment, stay tuned until the end. But today's plan is the sweet corn. So let's go and have a look at them now. I've grown 9 sweet corn this year in a no-dig bed. Last year I did 18, but I've cut it back a bit this year so I could use the space elsewhere on the plot for something else. My neighbour, however, did 60 sweet corn, and as he's harvested them and halved them, he's ended up with 120, which is an amazing result. His were a couple of weeks ahead of mine, but they are all out now. And here are mine. Let's check on them. Okay, let's discuss how do you know when the sweet corn is ready. First of all, you'll notice these tassels at the top. They start off quite light brown in colour and they gradually get darker. By the time they get to dark brown, that indicates that they're ready. If they're still quite light and blonde, they're not quite ready. So that's one way of telling. The other way of checking is quite simply to feel the top. Feel how far up the cob has grown inside. This one, not ready yet because it hasn't quite grown to the end. This one over here looks much wider. The top is brown and I can feel cob all the way up. So I think we'll start there. How do you harvest it? You simply snap down and twist. And there's your sweet corn. Let's get this open. Oh wow. Look at that. Look at that. That's fantastic. You can see that these are nicely developed. They've got a good yellow to golden yellow colour. Still a little bit missing up the end here. Chop that off and you'll easily get 2 cobs from this. Amazing. Okay, let's see how many more we can get. They make a really satisfying crunch when you snap them down. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, that feels good as well. That's a great one. That's grown all the way to the end and it's a fantastic colour. There we go, that's 6 sweet corn so far. They look fantastic, I'm really pleased with them. Each sweet corn seems to be giving out 2 cobs. The first one is higher up and that will be a bigger cob than the lower down ones, which start later. So I'll leave these in for a little bit longer before harvesting the rest of them. But from 9 plants so far I've got 6 here and I've already had 2. I think that's a really good sweet corn harvest. It's been a particularly bad year for sweet corn. Out of the 3 years I've done the allotment, this has been the worst. The unpredictable and inconsistent weather did not help them. Once they got started, the weather would go cold again. So they need consistent sun and heat to really get growing. However, off of a bad weather summer, I'm really pleased with that harvest. I had a really overgrown courgette the other day which had turned into a marrow and was not edible for human consumption. So I cut it up and left it out for the insects. When I left the other evening, the slugs were all over this. And now that I've returned today, I can see that they've eaten all the way through, but they're not a fan of the skin. I've just spotted some more raspberries, so I'm going to harvest them now. They really seem to be coming alive at the end of the season, which is quite strange seeing as they're summer fruiting. However, our summer has not been great this year. It's been the coolest since 2015, in fact. I came prepared this time with a plastic container so that I can get them home without squashing them. That looks like slug and snail slime. They can be a donation to the wildlife. I just spotted a yellow flower on the raspberries and thought that doesn't seem right. Well, it's not. This is my volunteer cucumber and it's decided to grow up the raspberry cane, and that's where the yellow flowers are coming from. I've also got tomatoes on the raspberry cane, and if you're wondering how on earth that happened, if we have a look through the window here into the greenhouse, you can see that the tomatoes have decided to come out through a tiny gap and continue producing tomatoes next to the raspberries. So the raspberries are actually being quite productive in more ways than one. They're giving out 2 varieties of raspberry, cucumber and tomatoes. I remembered the name of this one in the end, Autumn Gold. And it's an autumn fruiting one, obviously. That's another great harvest. I can't believe it. 2 big harvests from the raspberry canes in the space of about a week. Ooh, insect. Okay, I don't really want you on there, but that looks cool. Teeny, teeny, tiny caterpillar. That's why you must wash your fruit before you eat it. Oh, there's another one joining it. Okay, I'll just encourage you off and put you on a leaf. Okay, the insects have been moved and the raspberries have been picked. Let's see what else there is on the allotment to pick this afternoon. I was just mentioning the volunteer cucumber that seems to have grown down here near the compost heap. Let's get some cucumbers from it. 1. There's absolutely loads, to be honest with you. 2. Tiny ones, medium ones, and bigger ones. Oh, that's quite a big one as well. I think 2 is enough though. It's time to do the official sunflower measurement for 2024. Each year I try and grow them as tall as I can, and I keep a record. Just inside the shed here you can see my record. I don't think we're going to beat last year's, definitely not based on the poor summer we've had, but I'm hoping we'll beat 2022, so let's see if it's over 2 meters 52. I am only a small person and I'm not very tall, so I'll be needing to borrow my neighbour's ladder to conduct this measurement. The official measurement is in for 2024. We have made it to 3 meters 1 centimetre, which is 118 inches or just under 10 foot. I'm really happy with that. I wasn't expecting to quite get to the 3 meters, so to just get over it is brilliant. And that's my second tallest ever sunflower. I'll add that to the results and then try again next year. Let's pick a few tomatoes. I did mention in a previous vlog how I like to leave out any that are spoiled on the floor for the insects because they enjoy it so much. I just want to add that I do then clear them away after a day or two before they get mouldy and have a chance to spread disease. I've picked some tomatoes, a really nice pink dahlia to take home to put in a single flower vase, and some sorrel leaves. I think that's all for today. I'm running out of time now. Let's have a look at what we've managed to get. 6 sweet corn, 2 cucumber, a small punnet of raspberries, a beautiful dahlia, some sorrel salad leaves, and some tomatoes. I'm really pleased with today's work. I've managed to get my second tallest sunflower ever. We've harvested the sweet corn and I've got a few small salad items to take home as well. Thank you so much for watching the vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it and I'll see you again next week. Look who's just arrived. Hello. Have you got a new collar? I think you have because you had this in orange last time. You had a good day? Are you going to help me do the watering? No, you're going to just sit down there, are you? Come on, let's go this way and do the watering. Come on.